43238. On my Facebook page, I put a link, and I already heard from Val, and I already heard from several other ladies who said, I got the cream, I got the turquoise. Well, what we've done is for the very first time brought you an infrared quartz stove heater. Never done before. You've got the maximum wattage allowed for residential use, and you've got designer gorgeous colors. Look at that side grill. Look at the all new size and shape. I love the petite size because it's going everywhere. Now, are you ready for this? In the past, we've told you you could do about a 400 square foot room. What if I told you today that you could do 1,000 square feet? So in the past, you would have had to buy 2 or 3 of these to cover that much space. Now with one heater, you're going to cover 1,000 square feet. Now here's your colors. This is that black. Really pretty, has a matte black appeal to it. Love that realistic ambiance of a stove heater. Now what I need to let you know is already fewer than 2,000 that I can ship out immediately. Now the bronze, wait to hear this. Jane Tracy had a ball with this last night, and we've already sold out of what we can ship immediately in the bronze. But don't worry, if you love that bronze look, and again, a matte bronze finish, you can do an advanced order on that one. Black and bronze were the only one available for advanced order, and I need to let you know, if these sell out, you're gonna have to wait till 2015 to get these. Now, let me go to the designer colors, because everybody on my Facebook page that already ordered through the link got a designer color. We'll start right here with this French gray. Okay, is this gorgeous? All of those Pottery Barn front gate, fancy hoity-toity places are using the French gray, and this is going to be a beautiful accent. Now the cinnamon is the color I chose from last year's model. I have 4 of these in my home, and when we lost power, guess what? They hooked up to my generator and I could warm my home. Look at your French vanilla, your cream, your ivory. Is that gorgeous? I love the little shabby chic feel. I think it has a little bit of a retro, and speaking of retro, look at your turquoise. What a fresh wisp. Now, your 4 designer colors, no advanced order. When these are gone, I cannot get any more back in. You're also gonna need to know that we are most limited in the fashion colors right now. Bronze on advanced order, black I have less than 2,000 I can ship out immediately, and you're gonna get 4 easy payments. I'd love to introduce you to Joe Murray. Hi, sir. Good morning.
How you doing? It's good to see you as always.
Oh my word, I feel like we should have hot chocolate and marshmallows and hot apple cider. This is gorgeous.
This is, not only is it gorgeous, it's really nice and toasty.
It is toasty. Oh. So, Joe, you've been bringing us a lot of household items for years, and I gotta say, Duraflame's been around since 1972.
That's
and I feel like they just keep reinventing themselves. But with quartz heat, we're talking about something that we've never been able to talk about before in a Today's Special Value.
Especially in a stove heater. It's never been offered. This is the first time ever in a stove heater. And what that means is that we're bringing you more heat, more value, and we're now able to do 2.5 times the size room.
That's crazy.
That we were able to heat before.
So I want to talk about that, because in the past it was 25 cents an hour.
Correct.
But you would have had to have 3 of these to get the amount of output here. You're buying 1 heater and it's still 25 cents an hour. You're just being more efficient. Here's what we need to do. Couple things. If you're using a Duraflame, would you mind giving us a call? I would love to hear your story. Our number is 1-800-395-1601. Let's maybe run the features video so you can see everything, and then maybe you and I can walk through each item. Do you mind?
We can do that, and then we can talk about the infrared heat.
Oh,
which
please,
is really
please.
Spectacular.
Okay.
So here's what we have. We have a beautifully designed crafted stove with a beautiful curved front, and it comes with 3 different heat settings. Off, 1,000 watts or 1,500 watts, so low or high. And 1,500 watts happens to be the highest you can get for in-home use. It's got the infrared quartz heat technology, which we'll go over in just a second. It will add up to 6 degrees in about 1,000 square foot room. That's a 30 by 33 foot room. That's a fairly large room.
It is.
It has 3-sided viewing, which we had from last year, which everybody asked us to bring back, and we did. The brightness, you can change the brightness of the ember set, the log set, from anywhere in the room with the remote control that's included. The log glow is very realistic. The flame effect is the Spectrifier LED flame effect, and it is cool to the touch, not only on the top, but on the front, the sides, and the back. And the fully functional remote control is great up to 30 feet. You can control every feature of the heater up to 30 feet away, which means, yes, you can still stay in bed, turn this on, hit your snooze alarm, and then wake up to a warm room.
I love that.
That's what it does.
My producer just gave me an update that our phone lines are exploding. So our item number here is V33238. if you already know what color you want, I encourage you to try automated ordering or QVC.com, because once these sell out, I can't get the black or the bronze until 2015, and I can't get any more of the designer colors. They are getting limited. Those designer colors are the turquoise, the cream, the cinnamon, and the French gray. I'm looking at the quartz heat now. When you talk about quartz heat, would you help us understand why is quartz heat better or more efficient or giving more output if we're not familiar?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to show you that the heat output from here is about 566 degrees at the moment. Nice and toasty.
Oh my word, it feels so good. Well, it was 36 degrees when I tried to work today. And I know my mom in Vegas is thinking, wow, bring some of that over here. But 36 degrees is when you're tempted to turn your whole house heater on, but you don't really need it at 3 in the afternoon. And I don't want to pay for a whole house heater when really in the morning, we're just in the kitchen and breakfast nook area.
And this is the first weekend in October. This isn't November. This is the first weekend in October, and it's already the coldest that it's been since last spring. So let's talk about, if we can, about the infrared heat and the quality of the infrared heat, what that's going to do. We actually have some animation that can actually help people understand it a little bit better. So we take a look at this, and like every heaters that we do from Duraflame, we're going to pull the air in through the bottom and then push the air out again through the front of the heater. But this is different. And this is different in a really exciting way. Number one, what we're using are infrared quartz lamps that actually heat 2 copper heat exchangers. So here's the air being drawn in through the bottom, comes in over the Whisper Quiet fan motor. It's then pushed very gently over the copper heat exchangers that have been warmed by the infrared quartz lamps. And what that means is that the humidity in the air that is going into this heater is the same humidity when it comes out the front. We have not taken any humidity out of the air.
So it's not stuffy, dry air.
Not at all. You're getting beautiful, soft, warm, moist heat that actually is easier, and it spreads so much easier, more evenly in a room.
So I need to let you know a couple things. This is $70 less than what you would expect to pay at retail. We're also dividing it up into 4 easy payments. So if you need to pick up one for more than one room, my 2 kids' rooms above the garage, they get cold. My family room, it's a big room that connects the family room to the breakfast nook to the kitchen. A lot of us have that floor pan, and that's how you heat efficiently 1,000 square feet with 1 Duraflame. So go ahead and take advantage of that easy pay. I apologize for your wait. An additional 600 people just dialed in. So if you can do automated ordering or QVC.com, that would be great. And right now, I'd love to join Sandra from New York.
Cool to the touch.
It is cool to the touch.
Isn't that great?
Hi, Sandra. I'm Albany, and this is Joe Murray. Welcome in.
Hi, Albany. Good morning. I'm so excited to speak with you. I admire you.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to speak with you. So tell me.
Hello. I just ordered my 3rd Duraflame. I have them, and I love them. And I was waiting for when this one was going to come on. I knew it was going to be on, so I was pretty excited.
So where did you get last year's Today Special Value, Sandra, or you said you had 2 other ones?
I bought 2. One last year, one the year before, and I just ordered a 3rd one.
Wow. So are you impressed with the amount of heat and the quality and the ambiance?
Extremely impressed. I have to say that the product has, both of them that I already have performed excellently to what it was advertised to.
Yay.
And I live alone, so I just put them in the room and turn it on in whatever room I'm going to be in. I don't want to turn on the heat to eat up the entire home.
Nice. Now, Sandra, Joe is just saying that the infrared is going to give you even more efficient heat and a greater output. So, Joe, what kind of changes will Sandra see from the 2 that she already has?
She's going to see those actually working a little bit easier, which is very nice. So if you have the Duraflame, the infrared heat is coming out, and again, doing 2.5 times what our former heaters would do, it's going to put that out into the room, which means that you can run the other 2 Duraflame heaters on a lower heat setting.
I love that. So, Sandra, did you find that you were able to not have to turn on your big whole house heater as often?
I have to say, since I got the 2 Duraflame, I have not been turning on the heat for the entire home unless the temperature drops really, really low.
Well, I got to tell you, how much money do you think you saved on that? Because when you turn that big whole house heater, that's when your bill goes up.
Definitely, and I saw a lot of savings, so that is why I couldn't wait to order my 3rd one.
So which color did you get this time?
I got the cinnamon because I already have another cinnamon, so I wanted to.
Too. Oh, that's what I have. Oh, well, Sandra, thank you so much for sharing your story. It is on its way, and do find me on my Facebook page and let me know what you think once you get it home, okay?
Okay, thank you, and have a great show. I admire you, Albany. You're one of the cutest hostess.
Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. We hope you have a wonderful day, too.
Okay, bye, and thanks to the gentleman. I forgot his name.
Joe,
That's
I'll tell
okay.
him. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandra.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I have to say, I love what Sandra said. So when you talk about it, why is it that she hasn't had to turn her whole house heater? Like, what kind of temperature difference can I get here? And what's the average cost per hour again, if you don't mind reminding us?
No, not at all. First off, the average cost per hour is less than 25 cents an hour to run this. That's number one. Number two, what she's doing is the perfect example of using zone heating.
Yeah.
Zone heating is very important if you're looking to save money. And zone heating, very simply, is just heat the room that you are in. Don't heat the entire house.
Well, and I gotta say, at 1,000 square feet, that's 3 rooms in my house. I mean, that's more than 3 rooms in my house. So you start looking at it, you're definitely getting more efficient.
More efficient, and with the infrared quartz heat technology, that heat will spread more evenly throughout that area.
Wow.
So that is incredible in that regard right there.
So I need to give you a quick update. This black is definitely getting super limited as to what I can ship out. Only 1,500 are available to ship out right now. For crying in a bucket, it's 7:10 in the morning on the East Coast.
That's right.
The West Coast is still sleeping. So if you're interested in this, now here's your other colors. We do have that gorgeous black. It's kind of a matte finish. Very, very accurate when you start looking at restoration pieces. And when you look at those hoity-toity magazines, boys, these are hundreds and hundreds of dollars. With our easy pay, it definitely makes it great. Now there's your bronze. Now the bronze is already in advanced orders. It will ship out on the 17th of October, so you're not gonna have to wait too long, but it is in advanced orders. And once that advanced order sells out in the bronze, I can't get any more in. That's it, no more. Now your designer colors are also getting limited. Look at that turquoise. Just next to the turquoise is your cream. Loving that.
Isn't that beautiful?
People on my Facebook page were already dialing in saying, I'm getting cream, I'm getting the turquoise. There's your cinnamon. Sandra and I both have the cinnamon. I have cinnamon all over my house. Loving that one. And then the French gray. Is that not so sophisticated?
Beautiful new color for this year. And again, it is an extraordinarily sophisticated look, and it can go anywhere. That's a color that would actually go great in a guy's cave.
Oh,
would look wonderful down there because it's not going to jump out and take over the area. It's going to blend in beautifully, and then you're going to have the ambiance of the flame effect. And by the way, a lot of people, which we hear, actually run this without the heat.
I do, because I think it looks, well, let me just go ahead and tell on myself. I leave mine out even in the summer because I think it's pretty, and I now have it set right in my fireplace, which mine is a real wood fireplace, so I'm not going to mess with that.
Right.
I stuck this on the hearth, and it stays out year round. And on some nights when my flameless candles come on, I'll turn on the realistic flame, and not have any heat on. And the nice part, since this is totally cool,
it is.
I actually have little tchotchkes, little knickknacks stuck on the top of mine because it acts like a side table. I mean, what would you pay for a piece of furniture anyway, like an end table? And this acts like that.
No, not only, if you're looking at it this way here, again, this is 24 inches tall, by the way, 20 inches wide, and about 10 3/4 inches deep. Made of metal. The door is a beautiful curved door with a glass insert. And we also gave you, which again was a complete request from QVC customers, the ability to see the flame effect.
All around.
All the way around.
By the way, I just want to show you this. This is not heavy.
20 pounds.
If you need to move it from room to room, it is super easy to do that. In fact, when we were at Thanksgiving last year, and everybody was on pallets on the floor, I had too many family members over, I just moved this to where they needed to go.
Right.
And moved it to the basement. And it was so simple. You put it next to your aero bed and it's like you're camping.
Absolutely is.
It's glamping, actually.
Which actually goes back to Duraflame's origination. 1972 was the Duraflame fire log.
Right,
So if you think about that, what that meant is that was always done in that campfire setting or in the fireplace setting, and that meant that family was gathering around.
Oh, I
and whether you like it or not, we're coming into that family season. They're going to be at your house.
I love that family season.
They're going to be at your house. So why not give them the benefits and the beauty of the Duraflame look, the beautiful look of the fire, but perfectly safe.
You know, you say to give the benefits. If you've got somebody in your family or maybe in your church that doesn't have a whole house heater, I think this is such a wonderful gift. Unfortunately, here in Philadelphia, every year you hear about somebody that's elderly and gets too cold. And they really, really suffer. This is such an easy item. Maybe you've got a college student, you know, my niece at the University of Delaware, they don't have heaters or air conditioners in their dorm.
They do not.
But this is something that is allowable. We can use our bill to ship to, and at $1 a day on our Easy Pay plan, my experience is that it pays for itself because I've not had to turn my whole house heater on, and this is much more efficient.
It really is.
I want to go to Pat in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Pat. What part of Pennsylvania are you calling from?
Area.
Okay.
And we had a cold night last night.
I'll bet you
I tell
did.
you what, it was
I haven't
36
had my
degrees.
heat on at all here. And a couple nights have been nippy. And friends of mine have had their heat on, and I said, oh, I don't do that. I pay a quarter an hour.
I pay a quarter an hour. I think that's
Yes.
great. So
They don't even believe it when you say it.
Right, well, you know what? It's hard to believe, but you know when you put it in the room. Which room do you have yours in?
I have 3 of them.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I'm in an apartment. And
Okay.
originally I bought it for my cat because she likes to lay by heat.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, they're so easy to move. I can move it into my bedroom, move it. Last night I only had 2 of them going. And I'll tell you truthfully, I think I only needed 1 going.
Wow.
And my apartment is warm. And I have the kitchen that opens up like into the living area.
Oh, that's me
It
too.
One heats that whole area.
Ooh, now that's good to hear. So do you think you've seen a savings off of your regular bill in the
Oh,
wintertime?
definitely. I haven't even turned my heat on yet.
Oh, wow. Love that.
And the best part I like about it is, like I said, it's so easy to move no matter where you want to put it.
Perfect.
And it's just, I bought mine 5 years ago, and I bought the second one, I think, the year after.
So
And
they're
then
still
the
working
third
good
one.
for you.
Yeah, and I love them. I'll tell you, I'd like to really, what my goal was to have 1 in each room. I don't even know if I need that many, but...
But they look pretty.
Oh, yeah, I love them. I wanted to ask you one thing.
Please.
I see the legs have changed on them. They come straight out. I really love the other legs because they look like provincial furniture. They fit in with the furniture.
Yes.
And I was going to request if he could make both kind next year.
Well, be glad to take that under advisement. That information that you give us is really, really important.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
these
stress
look
that.
more like ultra modern, and that's fine. And I have all the colored ones. I have the red, the green, and then I have like a mahogany one.
Oh,
but
nice.
I love the colors.
Me too. Oh,
I
well,
love the colors.
Pat, I'm glad you're toasty warm, and I so appreciate you sharing your story with us today.
I love them. I tell all my friends about
Oh,
them.
Thank
Thank you, Pat, very
Thanks
much.
so much. Have a great morning.
Okay, you too. Thank
Bye.
you.
I love what she says. I only pay 25 cents an hour.
That's my kind of gal. That's perfect.
So Pat mentioned colors. You've got some colors you've never seen before, and by the way, are exclusive to QVC. I'll start with the black on top. That is also getting limited. Only 1,200 of those remain that can ship out immediately. And if you're in the Northeast, man, you might, and actually just across the North in general, you're probably going to start needing these now. It was 36 degrees here this morning. Then your bronze. Now the bronze sold out already. I know, hard to believe. 7 a.m. bronze is already sold out, but the advanced order will ship out on October 17th. When the advanced order sells out, I can't get any more back in this year. This is it. Now your designer colors, no advanced order on those, so this is the only order for 2014 on those. Turquoise is the most limited of the designer colors. And then we're going to move over to the cream, which has been incredibly popular. Love that for kind of the shabby chic and the neutrals. Then the cinnamon is the color I have in my house, and all of our callers have said they have that one too. And the French gray, brand new, exclusive to QVC. And what a really sleek, sophisticated color.
It's a beautiful color. And again, what it does is it mimics the colors from the beautiful new designer kitchens and appliances that are coming from Europe. So we've tried to do with the Duraflame product this year is give you that same color choice.
Well, and I have to tell you, if you're seeing these and thinking, okay, I've seen this before, you haven't. This is brand new. We've
you have
never,
not.
ever been able to present quartz heat. So, Joe, if you don't mind, I know we have some animation, but let's talk about what you're seeing different with quartz heat this year than the traditional Duraflame in the past and how it's more efficient.
Absolutely. Well, first off, the quartz heat is more efficient. What it will do is it will take the air that brings it in, and it's not drying the humidity out of the air in your room, which is very important. So what this will do is it'll take it, put the air into the room, and it puts the air into the room, and it's very, very evenly distributed throughout the room. So you're not going to have a hot spot and a cold spot, which is really incredible. So as we're showing you right here, the basics of how the infrared heating system works. And we're showing here the infrared quartz lamps. These infrared quartz lamps, what they do is they actually heat 2 copper heat exchangers that are inside of the heater. So it draws the air in from the bottom, pushes it over the whisper quiet motor, which in turn pushes it gently out the front over the copper heat exchangers, giving you beautiful, warm, moist, soft air that hits the room. And the humidity that's in the air in the back when it goes into the heater is the same humidity when it comes out the front. So we're not drying out the air.
So I have to tell you, and I know I mentioned this earlier, but last year during the big snowstorm, we lost power for 5 days.
Right.
I lost it a second time. And here's what happens. Your house gets cold, my attitude gets bad, the kids are not happy. We were able to plug this into a generator and still produce some heat for the room we were in to make it tolerable. But the big story is it's less expensive than your big whole house heater. And now we're covering more space. We're talking about 1,000 square feet. Now I want you to think about how big your house is, or your downstairs, or your family room kitchen area. In the past, our customers have loved the Duraflames. They've been customer top rated. You would have to have 3 of our old ones to cover the same amount of square footage that this year's infrared quartz heater is covering.
That's right.
So now it's more efficient. It's going to be even less expensive because 3 of them would have been 75 cents to run.
That's right.
Now we're 25 cents. I like saving money.
This
I'm a bargain girl. There's
by the
6
way.
in my family. We're going to save money somewhere.
Well, this is great for saving money. And I also wanted to point out to you, by the way, that this is metal construction.
It is. I have been so impressed. Everybody that comes to my house talks about how pretty it is.
Right.
And then, oh, by the way, it really does change the ambiance.
It really does.
And it sets the tone. And when you talk about a 6-degree temperature change,
That's a big change.
That's a big change.
That's a very big change. And I also wanted to go back to what Pat had said earlier about the legs. Let me
Yes.
talk about this, because when this comes in the box, you have to attach the legs. And the legs are made of a very high quality, high strength polymer, which is used, by the way, just to save on weight. So they look great. It's easy to put together. All you need is a Phillips screwdriver and 1 screw. It snaps right in place. Tighten the screw, you're ready to go. And then you've got a beautiful Duraflame heater that you can move because it's 20 pounds.
Love it.
Move it anywhere you like. And by the way, one more thing if I could.
Yes, sir.
When the heat is on, the heater motor is extremely quiet.
It is very quiet.
But one thing I wanted to let you know is that when you turn the heater off, that fan motor will continue to run for about 30 seconds. And what that's doing is cooling down
off
those quartz lamps.
Okay.
That's really important.
That is good to know.
Yeah, so that when you get it home and you shut it off and it's still, you hear a little the fan noise, that's what it's doing.
Well, I need to give you an update. This is V33233238. Thank you. We are continuing to be incredibly busy. About 700 people are on the lines. We don't have 700 operators. 15,000 are now gone, and it's only 7 a.m. I think you're recognizing the savings. I think you're recognizing the benefits of that infrared quartz heat, which we've never done before.
That's right.
This is your maximum wattage allowed for residential use. So you're getting 1,500 watts. It's efficient, it's inexpensive to run, it's gorgeous, and it's real heat without losing the humidity. Now, if you can do automated ordering or QVC.com, I highly recommend it. We're doing 4 easy payments. We're saving you about $70 off of what you would expect to pay at retail. That savings continues if you're not running your regular heater. Let's do this. We'll run to the phones, and then we also have some customer quotes, and we'll look at colors again. Kay in Indiana. Kay, welcome in. It's Albany and Joe Murray. Have you had a Duraflame before? Good morning. Are you picking one up?
Oh, I'm picking up 2.
Oh.
I already have one.
Okay.
I received one from my daughter when I bought her one for the same Christmas.
Oh, how funny.
Quite a surprise. Yes, I have 3 daughters, so I also that year bought another daughter who has a lake house, and I gave one to her for Christmas, and this year I'm giving my 3rd daughter one, so
now
she doesn't have to burn so much wood in her fireplace.
Oh, and you know what? That would
And
get
myself
city.
one for basement. So all in all,
Nice.
quite a few.
Well, I have to tell you, Kay, if you've been pleased with your first few Duraflames, I think this one's going to knock your socks off. Did you hear Joe tell about how much more square footage you're going to get?
Yes, and I'm very pleased that they keep improving them, but I'm hoping that the others will last for a while too.
You know what? I bet you they will. I've had one of mine for about 4 years now, and every year I'm just so grateful I have them because I feel like they've more than paid for themselves with my savings off of not turning the heater on.
Yes, I'm really trying not to turn that gas furnace on.
Oh yeah, I agree. Well, Kay, which color did you treat yourself to today?
Well, today I bought the cinnamon and a bronze.
Oh, good colors.
The others I have were all black, so I'm branching out.
I love that. Well, I hope your basement stays toasty warm and that you really enjoy it, and those girls enjoy them too.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Well, thanks, Kay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kay.
Bye.
I have to say, that's a stitch. She bought one for her daughter. Her daughter bought one for her. But you know what? You want to keep your family warm. You want to nurture them. But for me, this goes beyond even just that nurturing. That ambiance to me wants me to pull out the marshmallows and the apple cider and maybe a bowl of chili. These are gorgeous.
Well, there's a lot of times, actually, we had a person call in last year who gave me one of the best ideas I've ever thought of for our Duraflame heater. And that was very simply, and when it's in the bedroom, you wake up in the morning, it's nice and chilly, like this morning, 36 degrees.
36 degrees is freezing.
Right, so the alarm goes off. What you do is you grab your remote control for your Duraflame heater, which again controls everything up to 30 feet away, turn the heater on, and then hit the snooze alarm for 10 minutes.
Ooh.
So that when you do wake up in 10 minutes, toasty warm. It's a beautiful idea, and it works really, really well. And when you think about it, there's a lot of places in the country where you may only need to have heat 2, 3, maybe a few times during the season.
Well, it's funny that you say that because my whole family's on the West Coast. My parents are in Vegas, but at night in January, it's brisk.
It really is.
So this is a great way to just warm the room you're in at 25 cents an hour. Man, that's a great savings. And you're going to get colors that are exclusive to QVC. They're already getting very limited. It's only 7 in the morning. I need to let you know that if these designer colors sell out, there's no advanced order on those. What we got is what we got. And I'll run through the colors for you very quickly. We'll start maybe at the turquoise, or we can start at the black. I'll follow you. There's the turquoise. The turquoise is the most limited right now. And I have to tell you, it's a soft blue. It's not a garish blue, it's a soft turquoise. Then we're going to go to the cream, which I still am so in love with that cream, and I'm not normally a cream person, and I think it's gorgeous. Now, of course, I have the red because I have cinnamon in everything. My Keurig is cinnamon, my Vitamix is cinnamon. I think I'm just too predictable at this point. French gray, oh my word, exclusive color, brand new, so sophisticated. And then, of course, we do have our bronze and our black. Now, the bronze already sold out of what I can ship out now. That's crazy. 7:30 sold out. Now we have an advanced order. It ships out on the 17th of this month, but when the advanced order sells out, I can't get any more back this year. So I don't want you to miss out on that one for sure. The black looks like a replica antique. It looks like a replica stove. I love it. Fewer than 800, and that is it before it goes into advanced order. And once that advanced order comes, I can't get any more of those. You're saving $70 off of retail. You're getting the 4 easy payments. Really just a great, great opportunity. Add that to what? How many? 700,000 Duraflames spoken on for our QVC on just the stove heaters. So I want you to shop with confidence. By the way, if you're buying a gift, you have till January 31st of 2015 to make any returns if you need to. So you're going to get a lot of use out of this one and really feel confident. So let's take a measure.
Right now we have 694 degrees coming out of the heater.
But yet I can still touch here because it's not.
You can still touch the heater. You can still do whatever you need to do. But what I want to show you right now is 694 degrees coming there. This is a carpet underneath, right? So let's take a look here, because maybe you start to wonder a little bit about, well, it's going to be, the carpet's going to be there, and I want to worry about that. Right now, the only temperature that we're getting is the temperature from the lights. So it's 100 degrees under here on the carpet.
Wow.
Which you're talking about 600 degrees here, 100 degrees here. So it's perfectly safe on carpet. That's why I just wanted to bring that out.
Love it.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the benefits of a beautifully designed, curved front, glass door stove with the sides that have the perforated metal so that you can see it from 180 degrees.
Sure.
You've got that beautiful look and easy to install. So take it home, get it out of the box, attach the 4 legs with 1 screw for each leg. You don't need to vent it. You don't need to do anything else. And during the year when you use this, you're not grabbing wood, bringing it in. You're not dealing with the smell, the soot, and the cleanup.
I use this as a side table in the summer when I'm not using it in the winter, because in the summer I don't need it. But it's a gorgeous piece of furniture.
Right.
And you're going to also get the benefit of the heater in the winter. It's going to save you money. It's going to give you ambiance. When you say 700,000 Duraflame stove heaters spoken for in QVC, it's because people love them. And I'd love to share some of the inspiration and some of the comments people have been making about them, because I think that allows you to shop with confidence. It is the spot in the house where we all gather, making us become a happy family. Oh, I love that. We turn ours on these cool fall mornings, much better than turning on the main furnace. I agree with that too. Our kids always argue over who gets to have the fireplace in their bedroom. That's cute. It turned out to be wonderful because it heated the basement so that we could watch TV comfortably.
Oh, no, it says so that he could go.
So
we're being pushed downstairs, but at least we're going comfortably.
You're fine,
We're going
Joe.
comfortably.
You're fine. I'll tell you what, it really is a beautiful place. My dogs love it. My dogs sit by it. My cats sit by it. It really does bring that ambiance and that cozy little Norman Rockwell feeling, even though we're bickering and arguing between the kids some days.
The dog. We had a caller last night at midnight. She was wonderful. She said that her dog comes over, sees the Duraflame heater, and when it's not on, bumps his nose against the glass for her to turn it on.
Oh, bless his heart. I love that.
Is that great?
Well, they're no dummies. They're
No,
smart. Hey, we're going to Texas. Hey, Edith, I'm Albany, and this is Joe. What part of Texas are you calling from?
I'm actually in Grand Prairie, Texas, near Fort Worth.
Yes, that Fort Worth, Dallas area. Love it. So tell me, have you had a Duraflame stove heater before, or are you picking one up?
Yes, this is actually my second one. I actually bought one for my daughter for Christmas last year. She loves it.
Oh, good.
And I have one, the cinnamon, in my living room, and I'm actually picking up the black one for my bedroom to put near a window, right near my Pilates bench. So this winter, I can just enjoy that ambiance because that window is pretty cold.
Yes.
And so I won't have to cut that furnace on to, you know, heat up the whole house just to be in that little area to just enjoy working out in the early mornings and just really feeling great. I love this. This is one of my best purchases.
Oh, well, that is so encouraging to hear. And I'll tell you what, I love the whole ambiance by your Pilates machine and in your bedroom. Isn't it interesting how just something like this that's so pretty and creates a mood kind of changes and sets the tone for your day?
Absolutely. It's going to make me want to work out more. And so I'm going to not only be warm and cozy, but I'm going to get fit in the process.
Listen, I'm doing Pilates right along beside you, Edith. You're my kind of girl. I have the cinnamon as well.
I love it. I love it. I love the Pilates bench, and I'm going to love this, and I just can't wait to get it because I generally try to work out in the morning.
Yes.
I think now I can work out in the morning and the evening because it's just going to make me feel good to do it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I am so grateful you were up early this morning because that black is getting limited as to what we can ship out, but yours is on its way. You are in luck, and I'm so grateful you could call in and spend some time with us.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed day.
Oh, you
Thanks,
too.
Edith.
Bye, Edith. You know,
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. I think she just hit it. I mean, it sets a tone. It sets an ambiance. I want to give you another quick look at the colors because we are getting super, super limited. And I'm sad to say that at 7:30 on the East Coast, some of ours are going to get limited. 17,000 are gone. The fashion colors, the designer colors you're seeing on the bottom rack, no reorder on that, no advanced order on that for 2014. So that turquoise is there, the cream, the cinnamon, and that new exclusive French blue. Gosh, the cream, the French gray, the turquoise, and the cinnamon, no advanced order, and all but the cinnamon are exclusive to QVC, so you won't even find those anywhere else. Now, the black, I only have 400 that I can ship out right now. Then it'll go to advanced order. When the advanced order hits, I cannot get any more past that, so there's no other portion of that past 2014. The bronze, already sold out for what we have to ship now. The advanced order is available, but when that advanced order is gone, cannot get any more back this year. So, hey, Joe, so good to see you, buddy.
It's nice to be nice and toasty.
I always
with
like
friends,
to cozy
isn't it?
up with you. Now, if we'd had coffee
I know,
and donuts, where were the donuts?
Well, we'll have to talk to Michael.
I know. Pumpkin